going to proceed with the ceremony of the third edition Malaspina Award ceremony. Distinguished members of the scientific community in Australia, dear Consul General of Spain in Sydney, dear friends, it is an honor for me to participate in this third edition of the Malaspina Award ceremony. This award was created, as you may know, in 2018 by the Spanish Embassy and by the Association of Spanish Researchers in Australia Pacific, in order to recognize individuals or institutions which have made an important contribution to the advancement of the scientific and cultural relationships between Australia and Spain. For those of you who are not familiar with the name of Malaspina, let me tell you briefly that this award is named after Alejandro Malaspina, who led the Spanish World Scientific Expedition at the end of the 18th century, that carried out studies in natural history, cartography, ethnography, astronomy, and medicine in Latin America and the Pacific. And in fact, this Spanish expedition was the first foreign mission to arrive to Sydney in 1793, just 5 years after the arrival of the first fleet. The Embassy of Spain in Canberra, together with the SRIP, wanted to take advantage of this special occasion, the celebration of the 6th Forum, SRIP Forum, to host the prize award ceremony of the third Malaspina Award that this year has been bestowed upon the Australian artist Jennifer Terpin for enhancing Australian-Spain relations, demonstrating the value of multidisciplinary collaboration between art, engineering, architecture, and science, and creating a new dimension of livability by the interactive play of urban spaces with elements of nature. Jennifer Terpin was the first invited artist to the SRIP Water Forum in 2015, and she has extensively collaborated in the art and science activities of SRIP ever since. An outstanding outcome of this collaboration has been Operation Crawford project with Adriana Burgos, that got the 2016 Sydney Water Environmental Artist Award, and that has involved many other actions conducting to the Festival of Seaweed in 2021. Jennifer's work has become part of Sydney's urban landscape, and I am sure all of you are familiar with her work, which includes, among others, the famous and iconic sculpture Halo in Chippendale, the Tide to Tide in Permont, and the Light Line Social Square project. Since 2019, the award has been designed by the prestigious Spanish sculptor Oscar Martín de Burgos, who was hoping to be here with us today, but unfortunately, this year, due to the international border closure situation, has not been able to travel to Sydney from Spain. We really hope to have Oscar with us next year. It is a great honor to give this award this evening to Jennifer Terpin, who has demonstrated the value of multidisciplinary collaboration between art, engineering, architecture, and science, and has created a new dimension of livability by the interactive play of urban spaces with the elements of nature. So please. We want to show a video of the sculpture now, but
oh my goodness, look at this.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, maybe here is better, yes.
and then we'll make
Congratulations.
Hola, soy Oscar Martín de Burgos. Como veis, estoy aquí en mi espacio de trabajo habitual, aunque a la vez también estoy de algún modo ahora mismo con vosotros allí participando de la entrega de los premios Malaspina. Es un gran honor y agradezco a la Embajada de España en Australia, así como a todo el equipo diplomático repartido por el país, por Australia. Y también quiero agradecer al colectivo SRAP que cuenten con mi obra para entregar este galardón. Lo que buscaba era explicar un poquito en qué consiste la pieza, para que así la persona que lo recibe, pues lo reciba con todo el amor con el que yo lo realizo y a la vez también con todo el amor y todo el esfuerzo que hace la Embajada Española y SRAP para poder entregarlo. Quería también agradecer, por supuesto, a las personas que estáis ahí reunidas y que estáis formando parte de este evento, porque en este momento estamos todos de algún modo conectados, ¿no? Y estamos todos formando parte de esta gran ilusión que es buscar lazos y buscar sinergias entre personas que, aunque estamos al otro lado del planeta, por otro lado también estamos muy unidos, porque creo que hay lazos o uniones que van más allá de la distancia e incluso del tiempo, ¿no? Bueno, lo que quería comentar sobre la escultura, como veis, es un corazón. Aquí tiene el hueco en el que podría acabar la pieza completa, ¿no? Y luego tiene la entrada de las arterias y venas que entran al corazón, ¿no? El corazón era muy interesante para esta obra debido a que, claro, cuando hablamos de ciencia o cuando hablamos de cultura, tenemos que hablar también de corazón, porque el corazón tiene la imagen o tiene la forma de la pasión. Y incluso muchas veces se dice, ¿no? Lo de corazón lo haría, pero el cerebro me lo impide, ¿no? Yo creo que en el caso de los proyectos que se emprenden tanto en ciencia como en cualquier otro proyecto cultural, muchas veces hay que decirle al cerebro, vamos a intentarlo y vamos a poner toda la pasión, toda la energía necesaria para poder llevarlo a cabo. Entonces creo que todas esas personas que pueden ser los merecedores de este premio, o que son los merecedores o son los premiados, sin duda han tenido que poner mucho corazón en su proyecto, y han tenido que poner mucha pasión y mucha entrega y mucha energía para poder realizarlo y llevarlo a cabo. Por lo tanto, este corazón Malaspina, que de hecho tiene así como, aunque no tenga que ver con el nombre, ¿no? Pero tiene esa idea como de no sé, estas puntas y demás. Incluso aquí, hoy veía que puede haber como una persona abriéndose así, ¿no? Como la cabeza y los brazos, ¿no? Como abriéndose a dar, a recibir y sobre todo pues, a compartir. Porque creo que estos premios también hablan de eso, de compartir y de hacer puentes entre dos lugares que aparentemente están, como decía al principio, tan lejos, pero sin embargo están tan cerca. Bueno, muchas gracias por invitarme, muchas gracias por contar con mi trabajo para este premio y sobre todo muchas gracias por la amistad que nos une y por el cariño que siempre me ofrecéis. Muchas gracias.
I feel very connected to this man through the heart, and what an amazing symbol of sharing and passion, which is something dear to my heart, but something that I have really felt in my connection with SRAP. It's been nothing but joy and friendship and collaboration and sharing. To be involved in this amazing organisation. It really has, from the beginning of the water conference that was mentioned, where I first met Adriana Verges. It's just been an amazing roller coaster journey of making and discovering and learning together. When I first heard that I'd been nominated for this award, I was really amazed and delighted. But when I heard that I was going to be receiving it, I was just totally overwhelmed and humbled and indeed profoundly honoured to be selected. And I can hardly believe it, really. But I want to say that my connection with SRAP, largely because of Adriana, has been through seaweed, and which is a kind of amazing organic glue to bind us together. But I've been involved in a project at Operation Crawford, as was mentioned, which has led to other projects. Fundamentally, it's all about the marriage of art and science, which I think together we've discovered has been a really remarkable thing, because there's creativity in both. And I think science, art can become a kind of tool for science. Science is something artists want to explore and understand. So there's a real synergy. And I think our overarching concern is the environment. So through this extraordinary kind of blending of cultural and scientific pursuits, we've kind of put our hearts into trying to heal and help the environment in ways that we're continuing to work on and hopefully into the future. So I'd like to thank Adriana and her team at the University of New South Wales and the Sydney Institute of Marine Science for that fabulous ongoing collaborative work and projects. And I'd also like to acknowledge my longtime collaborator, artist Michaeli Crawford, who couldn't be here today. Together we've developed a practice of making public art over the last couple of decades, where we're very much focused on the environment and its connection with community and with science and engineers and other design professionals. So I think collaboration is the name of the game, and I think the heart is just, you couldn't get a better kind of all-embracing symbol for the kind of energy and passion that is required to keep all this work going. So I'd like to thank you all for honouring me in this way, and I'm just delighted to stay in contact with SRAP and happy to do more and more. Thank you very much.
So now we have before concluding, we have one final step, which is it's not in the program, and it's something that we have kept on purpose, and it's where we're going to celebrate, or we're going to give our colleague and former president of SRAP, Associate Professor Sergio León Sabal, the condecoration and by the hand Spanish ambassador. Yes, thank you. This is